fucking cold.
Hi, cold.
It's just freezing. Right? I'm not crazy. I'm taking Juicy's advice and trying something new.
Suicide.
Oh my goodness, my throat hurts so bad tonight.
My throat hurt really bad tonight.
I felt like I was screaming at the top of my lungs.
It's never too late. Oh boy. Experience the battles between Monami and the Mono Beast that occurred behind the scenes. That's what we unlocked.
Oh, cool. What a coincidence. Just opened this on a whim while at work for a minute. I'll be home to 30-40 minutes. Hurry, BB.
I doubt the class trial is going to be done within 40 minutes, hey?
Yeah, there's no way.
Girl A is probably Mikan Sumiki.
That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy. Ha! A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights.
I wish
So
I was pig shit.
pleasant. I love how pleasant she is. She's so nice. I'm gonna close it now. See you then.
Nasty, trashy
Alright, dude.
pig shit.
We'll talk to you in a bit.
Yeah, see you
Nice
in a
ass.
I heard that in the game too.
She said it.
She's right. The one who said that was...
Damn it!
Okay, C's hyper and energetic.
Okay.
Damn it!
And D's a photographer.
Okay.
I see. Girl
Juice
B
box
was short and
banana.
foul-mouthed.
Hi, pretty lady.
She's probably
Hey,
the
Juicy, how you doing today?
Thank you for your advice. I took it. I really suck at drawing digital. I can't figure out how to work pens. I'm not very good at trying to make things transparent. I suck so bad at trying to figure this out.
They are playing League of Legends Wild Rift.
But I appreciate all your advice. You help a lot. You really do. What are you doing?
I forgot to change the fucking screen of my previous video. It's really bad.
Oh.
Short and foul mouth? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Short and foul mouth. Yeah, that's definitely your opposite. I'm doing pretty good. I ate an entire package of Hawaiian bread. And just keep trying. You'll get the hang of it, Mel. Yeah, practice will make perfect, right?
An entire package of Hawaiian bread. What does that look like? Take a picture of this.
Yeah, what's Hawaiian bread? I've never heard of that before.
Send it in the Discord. I want to see it. And thank you, Juicy. Seriously, you are a lifesaver in a lot of ways.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
Girl C is hyper. Girl C, huh? Her personality was hyper, energetic, and unique. Monokuma.
Yeah, no, it's
Mahiru's the one that died, right?
yeah.
Ibuki, probably
Would be.
Ibuki
I
then.
see. Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl, see? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
Let's move on to Girl D.
Girl D, huh? There's only one person who always had a camera with them. Mikon, right? As in Nikon camera?
No, it's Mahiru.
I see.
Oh, her name was Mahiru.
Girl D.
Oh,
is
Mikon's the
Maya,
nurse.
the victim in this case.
You forgot.
Girl D is Mahiru, the victim in this case.
That's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
Yeah, see, it's just a white screen for my last one.
Oh no, really?
Like, why would they even do that? You know?
Yeah, no shit.
Fucking retarded. He's Guy F. Fuyuhiko, right?
I see. Aren't you Guy F? Fuyuhiko?
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid. That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu?
Almost done with the second package.
Almost done with the second package.
Original Hawaiian sweet rolls. Huh.
She put it in the Discord.
Yeah.
Whoa, this looks so interesting.
That's random as fuck.
Red.
Yeah, the sister was named Kuzuryu also, obviously.
Yeah.
Another person? It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryus?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
The reason Fuyuhiko's last name, Kuzuryu, appears twice. It's true I have a hunch, but... to call me out like that, Nagito, you're definitely someone I shouldn't mess with. The reason Fuyuhiko's last name, Kuzuryu, appears twice, it's probably because
He had a little sister, yeah.
it's just a bug.
I can prove it with this. In the game,
Prove it
Guy
with
F, Kuzuryu,
What?
mentions that he has a little sister.
What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game. It's pretty clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister. Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play? You probably noticed, right?
I don't really want to say it myself, but I need to move the conversation forward. The only character in the game I could see being Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
The girl who died in the beginning.
I see! The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister. Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you've got there. Winning personality? Are you praising me? I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
You
You said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister.
Yeah, I have a little sister.
Yeah, I want the cheese poof.
Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality. It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the movie. Don't go making shit up, bastard! If she was the type to die easy, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope's Peak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and set me off. It happened just the other day.
About that, you're probably thinking like that because you lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet!
He gets so angry.
Yelling that at Monokuma, that's so funny.
I see.
Very dangerous.
So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone. That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer. Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
That's just a story in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
What the heck? Is that wild connection?
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
And he also has a strange rivalry going on.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that Girl E got killed.
What? No way! Is that true?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
So violent.
Boy violent.
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
You guys are definitely friends.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and solve it. Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
The reason Girl E was killed, I should be able to assume why based on the content of the game. Dolphin? What do you think?
The reason Girl E was killed. Sure, yeah.
I see! The reason Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl. What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister. You're
avenge.
fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But... Is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim? In order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans.
Oh no, I'm okay, baby. I just finished my tea. A victim, the water tank, and gravel. The broken vase. Somebody over there. Locker door. Girl A, B, C, D.
Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
Fantasy star shining in the darkness.
We get it! Let's talk about that later. So
No, we talk about that now.
Then, I'll start explaining. Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking. Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and when the 5 of them were finally able to go inside...
What's the matter, baby?
Nothing, baby. Nothing.
They found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
That sounds about right. That is what happened.
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
But it wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girlie was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Which means Girlie was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
You missing everybody or what?
No.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girlie broke the window and escaped. And sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Then, forget this.
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Based on the details of the game, it's no mistake that Girl E, who is waiting in the hallway, is the killer. Then, what did Girl E do after killing the girl inside the music room? I guess I need to clear that up first.
What do you think happened?
I have no fucking clue, dude.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
To go back to the music room from outside,
You need to go through the entrance hall.
Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
No, that's wrong.
Good job, babe.
First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
The window breaking must have happened before or during the struggle.
Yeah.
And she broke that fucking vase.
To make it seem like...
Somebody jumped out the fucking window.
Yeah. Very good.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
We just told you.
A vase.
Vase? How low can you go?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the 4 girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the 4 girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the 4 girls met by the entrance hall.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So,
Yeah.
when the 4 of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
Murder weapon?
Wasn't it?
It's a bat.
Yeah.
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
Not cool! I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you gotta stick with it to the end!
To the end.
What the heck? You're so annoying!
Fine. Let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit. Which means I'll feel disgusting.
You're the disgusting one.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the game, though. Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
An unconventional weapon that also appeared in the game? If we're told we can't advance as long as we don't make that clear, then I have to do it. I'll do it. What do you think the weapon is? I have no idea. Was I out of line just now? Now then, there's something I needed to tell you regarding the white noise in the non-stop debates. Some lines of white noise are actually very durable. You won't always destroy them in one shot. Durable white noise will chip away every time you shoot them with the silencer, but unless you completely destroy them, your time limit will not be replenished. By the way, if your difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at... You get the gist, right? It appears the debate is getting tougher, so... I've obtained some very useful information. I heard there's a guy named Gun something. Apparently he has a skill that can increase the power of the silencer. Gun something. I wonder who it is. Was I out of line just now? Well then, good luck and have fun.
There's no bat.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Damn it.
Damn it! A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano. Why are you going even bigger? The investigation conducts universal chaos. It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
What?
Damn it! A weapon inside the music.
Oh, hey, new music. How you doing
Oh,
again?
fuck yeah. We've got somebody that can help us.
How's your YouTube video coming along, dude?
How is your evening?
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon.
Fuck, man.
Then the piano. Why are you going even bigger?
Pretty music finished.
Investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
Dude. Mother of fuck.
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
In both cases, my evening
What about
and
broken
the
glass?
video pretty much finished, I mean.
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
In both cases, my evening and the video pretty much finished, I mean.
That's too big
Pretty
to be a
music
weapon.
finished.
Then the piano.
What kind of music's it gonna be?
Why are you
I can't
going
wait to
even
check it out.
bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Maybe it was the stabbing with the drumstick.
She beat her to death with her fists!
Oh, fuck, you fucked it up. That's okay.
Damn it! A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a
Fuck
weapon.
me. Maybe
Then the
she
piano.
beat her with the fucking broken vase, eh?
Yeah, maybe.
I
Why are
guess.
you going even bigger?
Did I miss the hentai?
The investigation
yet.
conducts
Sure
universal
did.
chaos.
Yesterday, actually.
It's on that big a scale, too?
I thought he was in yesterday.
How
Doesn't
about
you were
beating
in
her with
yesterday?
gravel instead?
Damn it.
Damn it! A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even
Quirky,
bigger?
energetic improvement over.
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
This sucks so much. Maybe stabbing with the drumstick. Did I miss the hentai? Very quirky, energetic improvement over me playing with an old plastic rental case for cartridges. It's World 8, so it is dark and quirky music. Marimba and vibraphone sounds.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
When do we get to hear it?
Damn it!
I need your help, baby. I don't understand what the
A
fuck's
weapon
going
inside
on.
the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Broken fish tank or
Isn't the
broken
cause of
vase.
death a blow to the head? Didn't you talk to her with the fish
You
tank?
think it's gonna be the vase?
Yeah, I think it's
That's
gonna
too
be
big
the
to be
picture
a
of the
weapon.
vase, right? Like you
Then
can't
the
pick up a
piano.
fish tank and throw it at somebody's
Why are
head.
you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
No, don't touch that one.
Damn it! A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken
That
glass?
one. Damn it.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think you talked her with the fish tank.
No?
Sure.
That's too big to be
Damn
a
it.
weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had
There.
blood stains.
Damn it.
Damn it!
This is
A weapon
excruciating.
inside the music room, huh?
What the fuck?
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think you talked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood.
Time's up. Fuck.
Fuck that. I always wondered what the best day is, Saturday or Sunday. I'm thinking Sunday morning. Maybe like a trumpet could be a weapon. That big of scale. Oh, I gotcha. I'm glad you're here to pick that up. That's funny. Yeah, come on.
We will never give up.
Commence the fucking guessing game.
We'll figure it out.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think you talked her with the fish tank.
Yeah, heaven forbid.
A weapon
I've
inside
almost
the
used
music
every
room, huh?
goddamn option.
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think you talked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it? She beat her to death with her fists!
That was the final option.
Damn it!
Okay. It's not a
Weapon
fucking
inside the
vase.
music room, huh? What about broken glass? Damn it! A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken
Stop.
glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think you talked her with the fish tank.
Damn it! A weapon inside the music room, huh?
No, leave it.
What about broken glass?
This?
Isn't
Yeah.
the cause of death a blow to the head?
The victim's crime scene
Think you
photo
talked her with
showed
the
what
fish
was in
tank.
it, right?
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale too?
How about
beating her with gravel instead? Damn it!
Yeah, it's not that option either.
Weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death,
Should I do the next one right here?
it
Yeah,
should have had
right here.
blood stains.
Fuck.
Boy, this makes sense.
Okay, just wait for the gold one. It seems like the gold
Weapon
one is the
inside
one
the
that you're
music
supposed to
room,
hit.
huh?
And go
What
to the
about broken
next.
glass?
Isn't the cause of
this
death a blow to the head?
Go to the next one because we tried
Didn't
that
you
one.
talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
I'm gonna beat you all to death with
If it's a
gravel in a
weapon that
minute.
was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Damn it!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Damn it!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon.
Try beating her with
Then
gravel.
the piano.
What? That's not
Stolen
Why
school
are you going even bigger?
swimsuit.
That's what I'm on.
Okay,
Investigation
it's gonna be
conducts
with
universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
that one. That's what you're gonna hit her with. There you go.
I agree with that. I got it. The killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
What the fuck?
My goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there.
Fuck, that was annoying. That was really hard.
Yeah, that was fucking infuriating. Not sure they meant it. Did I miss any hentai? I dropped my phone and it fucking exploded. You actually just break your phone? I can't believe someone also pooped on the floor in the music room same day. It was suicide, obviously.
Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
You're not chosen at all, and gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
What if the gravel was put inside some sort of bag?
Oh, yeah.
What kind of bag?
If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, then so is the bag.
Why was there a bloody bat then? There's that for the next murder.
I don't know.
And the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit. If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Not really.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the ace attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea!
But for the killer, It's an idea that kills two birds with one stone. To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen.
Yeah,
And
it
if that
does.
swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved.
Where's your
Only
coffee, my love?
producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
I gotta have it in my throat. It hurts so bad tonight.
But the real important talk begins now. Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
So there's an accomplice.
Ugh.
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it. And they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
Oh, bastard. Did you see that?
Well, he was looking out the window. There's a fucking cat out there bugging him.
Oh.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
Yeah? That's pretty scary.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day. Or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E?
Girl E's killer. Right now, the only person I can think of is that guy.
Guy F, yeah.
I see!
It should have been Guy F.
The bear beat her with his hammercock. Hammercock.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
Would be really what we want to think. Want some coffee?
Desmond, are you in our Discord?
But Guy F is... What? It's just a story in a video game, isn't it? That's all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game, do you remember this incident?
That is... I'm terribly sorry, but...
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were, like, totally stolen.
How do you
If I don't
steal
remember,
one's
I already
memory?
know. It's obvious that guy is the killer.
That guy is he?
Not I, my lord. Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't think he's the killer.
No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko.
I'm gonna bring him into the Discord if he wants.
Who do you guys think the murderer is?
Right now? I think it's her right now.
I think it's either her or Fuyuhiko, the Yakuza guy.
I think it's her right now. That's so far.
Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that guy.
Sure do talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it by now.
But does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game? Perhaps the two are unrelated.
Uh-oh, retard alert!
Is in.
Hey, it's cat food.
It's cat food.
Hey, it's cat food. Coming over to spray.
Okay, no, the game.
No, the game and Mahiru's death are probably related. In actuality, there's an important shared point with Girl E and Mahiru's murder.
The bat. Yeah.
I can prove it with this. I'm not sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game. As proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and Girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat.
Yeah.
There's no way we can ignore that connection.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way to avenge the first victim.
Hey y'all, I smell like cat food.
Already. You're the one who killed Mahiru, right?
Hey y'all, I smell like cat food. Beautiful.
Yeah, you're beautiful, Cassius.
So, what are you wearing?
Cat food.
You
In a
better cut
can.
that out right now. There is no way a stupid game could be the motive.
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge.
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just going to go around in circles. And it's true Fuyuhiko may look suspicious. But don't you think that'd be too obvious?
What are you?
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
Trap? What do you mean?
The true killer played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
Exactly.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
Yep.
Isn't that what happened, Hiyoko?
Huh?
Don't you understand? I'm saying you might be the true killer.
Don't you understand? I think it's you.
Like, I can only laugh. What are you even saying, you nasty toilet clogging bitch?
There's a sentence.
You nasty toilet clogging bitch. Footprints, yeah. That would link her, right?
Saying you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
There. Yeah, grab
Why
it.
do you doubt Yoko?
Why do you doubt her?
Do you know where Hiyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
There you go. Oh, shit.
Damn it!
Okay, sorry. I jumped.
She's
to
there for
config.
sure because of the footprints on the beach. How the fuck is that not a correct
Okay.
answer?
Killing Mahiru?
Maybe she. Maybe there's another one. Maybe I got it wrong.
doubt
Well,
Yoko?
obviously I did.
Do you know where Hiyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
But I didn't go to
There!
the beach house.
There! Oh! Fuck yeah!
No, that's wrong.
Damn, dude. Cat food can count by fours and has festering bed sores.
You should have
That's
been at the
sexy.
beach house, Hiyoko.
Join our Discord, dude. New Music's got his monocle on.
She denied it. She said she didn't even go.
Didn't.
Somebody put on her shoes?
Yeah, maybe.
Who's tiny enough? Oh yeah,
But
the
she
guy.
she ran to her room right away.
Oh yeah, we saw her running.
These footprints
Yeah.
in the sand in front of the beach house. Aren't they yours?
I don't have such ugly footprints. They're probably Nikon's based on how ugly they are. Don't decide that based on ugliness.
They're not Hiyoko's footprints? That's strange.
Because he did.
The footprint I
There you
collected
go.
from your room matches these footprints perfectly.
Collected? I never gave you permission to collect that, you nasty pedo.
You nasty pedo.
The footprints left in the sand were facing away from the beach house. Which means, when the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used a different entrance.
A different entrance? Are you talking about the door facing the road that Mahiru's body was seen against?
Are you saying when that person went inside the beach house, the body hadn't appeared yet?
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left.
Which means something happened between those two events. Isn't that right, Hiyoko?
Oh, I remember now. I remember when I went to the beach house.
So you finally decided to confess.
I'm pretty sure you guys already know this, but going for walks in the morning is my daily routine.
No, that's my daily routine.
I've never heard of that daily routine before.
And that's when I went to the beach house. I went there on my morning walk.
I see. If you went there during your morning walk, that doesn't have anything to do with the case at all.
Don't believe her so easily, dumbass. She's obviously lying.
Huh? It's a lie?
People who call other people liars are usually liars themselves. If you say I'm lying, prove it. Can you even prove that I'm lying?
Well, if you went for your morning walk, why was there gummy bears in the closet?
There's no way a bunch of worthless idiots like you guys would be able to do that.
Oh, she's making herself seem very, like, suspicious. Maybe that's too much? I don't know.
Letter on Mahiru?
Yeah, maybe that's it.
I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
Obviously not. Saying
The
I met up with
letter-
her when I never even saw her?
You never saw her, really?
Is this a panel
Fuck.
of idiots?
Okay, so
I
we
did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
So I had it right, but I missed.
Then you
yeah,
didn't
we
meet up with
spell it.
Mahiru at the beach house?
Obviously not. Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her?
Shit.
Damn it!
I did go to the beach house,
Get off the fucking Wikipedia
but
thing.
only during my morning walk.
That one.
I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the
That's
beach
definitely
house?
the one.
Yeah.
Obviously not.
Okay, that's enough cheating, honey.
Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her? Is this a panel of idiots?
You can't help it.
I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk.
No, that's wrong.
Cheater. Yeah, I cheated.
Right? Off with her head.
Morning walk, huh? Will you still claim that after you take a look at this letter?
I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret until then. Let's not try to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Kyoko Sayonji.
That letter, it's the one Mahiru had, right?
I see. So Hiyoko was able to arrange a meeting with Mahiru by exchanging letters with her.
What is that
Any
letter?
leads?
I'm serious, I don't know.
So far, it looks like Hiyoko.
It's either this short bitch or the fucking Yakuza kid, dude.
Oh, snap.
I don't
remember
know.
now.
I think that
totally
there
saw you.
might be another person.
Me and Hajime met up at the diner around 3 p.m. to go to the beach.
We think it's Akane, dude. She must be publicly shamed. Yeah. Shame.
Shame.
I saw you about 30 minutes later, so it should have been around 3:30 p.m.
What are you doing?
Oh, nothing. I just got a message.
I'm not Fox, matey. Lash them all until somebody confesses.
I saw you about... Yeah, but she's crying right here.
For free.
See. So if she met Mahiru at 2:30 p.m., killed her, then ran away afterward, I think 3:30 p.m. is a reasonable time for you to have witnessed Hiyoko.
You're wrong! You're totally wrong!
Now that you mention it, you also passed by the diner Fuyuhiko. So you should have seen Hiyoko too, right?
No, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I wasn't even paying attention to the beach house. I went straight back to my cottage after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
For some reason, that sounds suspicious too.
It's the truth. Deal with it.
Just leave him alone. It'd be a waste of time to question him any further.
Why?
Anyway, that letter in Kazuichi's testimony says it all. You were meeting up with Mahiru at the beach house.
Seriously, I don't know. I didn't even write that letter. I'm telling the truth.
Somebody framed her?
I really don't know.
Is she really crying? Or is she faking it?
She's probably faking it.
We can assume she summoned Mahiru with the intention of killing her all along. That's why she wrote a letter to let her know where to meet, so the others wouldn't find out. And then you went ahead to the beach house, hid yourself in a specific place, and waited for Mahiru.
So it's her?
Her?
There's evidence for that too.
You think it's Peko Pekoyama?
You think that she framed her?
I don't know. Isn't she the one who, like, went for a 3-hour swim or something?
Yeah, she's the one that went for a 3-hour swim.
I mean, she's nimble enough to pull off ninja moves to escape out of the bathroom.
Yeah, what it... Oh, yeah, maybe.
Could be Peko Pekoyama.
I think that one of them is the justice person. That's what I think.
Pull out their eyelashes until someone confesses. Fuck, that would be so much fun to do to myself.
Because that window works, right? And because what's-her-face is too short, I don't think that she can reach that window.
She's full of shit. If the letter is a frame, I brought it up yesterday.
I think the letter might just be a setup. Same with... I don't know. I just have a feeling.
Spot selection.
Spot selection.
Here!
I'm glad that worked
The
out.
place where Hiyoko was hiding. Are you talking about the closet?
Yes, that's right. The gummy candy we found on the floor is the evidence.
That you might have put there, Peko Pekoyama.
Hiyoko, your favorite candy is gummies, correct?
What's a gummy? I've never eaten something like that before.
Why is she being like that, though?
I have captured the true character of this mystery. Hiyoko, who summoned Mahiru to the beach house, hid inside the closet like a familiar. When she saw her chance, she attacked her like an evil spirit and left the beach house like a swift wind.
But Hiyoko miscalculated that Mahiru's body would be blocking the door at that time. Because of that,
But you don't have
she
an
was only
alibi.
able to leave from the beachside door and ended up leaving her footprints.
Which could have been a setup. But she's saying that she's never had gummies before. That's weird.
We have presented the proof. My 4 dark devas of destruction didn't even need to come out.
But that fucking... It is a trap.
Obviously someone's
Yeah,
trapped.
I think it's a trap. Because what's his face? That the ultimate lucky student said that he would help anybody, if they wanted to try to blame a murder on somebody else, and he would help. No problem. So he was the one who collected the footprints. He was the one who went into her room and collected the gummy wrapper. I don't know. I feel like it's a trap.
It's a tarp? I still think it's a suicide. It's a tarp. This is obviously someone's tarp.
Who's someone? Whose trap is it?
It must be that one person. You know, the one with the mask, maybe? The one with the mask?
The one with the mask.
Grandpa?
I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it's a trap?
It's Bill O'Reilly. I think it's a tarp poof.
Well, my thing is why would she have a mask if she knew that she was going to kill her? What was the point? She knew that she was going to meet up with her anyway. So why have a mask? Doesn't make sense.
There was a suspicious mask at the beach house, right? Whoever was wearing that could be the real killer.
You're the one who wore that mask and killed Mahiru, right?
Wrong.
There's no way I'd wear such a childish mask. Is your brain fried or something?
That is right. It cannot be Hyoko. That mask belongs to Sparkling Justice.
Huh? Sparkling what now?
That mask says it all. Sparkling Justice is hiding on this island. Which means the legendary serial killer Sparkling Justice is the one who killed Mahiru.
Why, you? If you continue to say such foolish things, I shall tear you limb from limb.
Don't blame Miss Sonia. It's just a difference between cultures. Culture shock, you know?
A culture
Yoko,
shock.
why don't you just admit it already? You're being unreasonably stubborn.
It's all in your head. Oh, why can't you understand? I'm not the killer.
It's true that Hyoko is suspicious, but there's something strange. Something doesn't make sense. I can't help but feel like we're being directed by someone.
Yeah, we are. Gummy room, gummy bag, footprints on beach, trash can.
I
Right?
shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion.
Because
Hyoko
all
is
of the
sinner who
sweets were
killed
still in the
Mahiru.
fridge.
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
That is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy. You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints.
What?
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru.
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
There's
Oh,
no
because of the
doubt.
gummy wrapper? Mm-hmm. You think it's gummy wrapper that I shoot at the trap?
Yeah, maybe.
That is...
And weren't you
What
also
it-
hiding in the
I don't know.
closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
Oh,
no,
nice.
that's wrong.
That's when you drop the gummy. Because the gummy bag was in her room.
About that gummy, did Hyoko really drop it?
Do we still get to see the lethal injection when you win? Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you do.
People get tortured once they die.
The only one childish enough to eat gummies is that midget over there.
You're a midget too, you know. You're
Yep.
the one who worries about never getting taller.
It's true Hyoko likes to eat gummies, but she only eats a specific brand.
The brand of gummies you eat only have strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, right?
Huh? But what about the lemon flavor? The gummy at the crime scene is yellow, so it obviously looked like it was lemon flavored. Huh? That gummy is yellow? And it's not mine! The ones I eat don't have any yellow gummies!
What?
Is it really Peko Peko Yama?
That's right. None of the gummy bags in her cottage had any yellow ones.
And we can't assume Hiyoko is the one who dropped that
Oh,
yellow
set up.
gummy.
Right? Fucking called it.
See? Didn't I tell you? It's definitely a trap. Damn it! Who would set a trap like this? I'll get my revenge. I'm gonna bop you on the head with all my might.
Hold on, you little bitch. You think you're in the clear just because of a little gummy? Don't be stupid. I'm not done backing you into a corner yet.
He really believes it was her. Mikan's autopsy
We're not done with
report?
Hiyoko yet. There's still a
Oh.
huge piece of evidence left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make
You're
sense.
talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
Your iron
It's
bars
true,
would make
that's an
sense.
important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it.
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road. Thanks to her, we have the evidence we need.
Block the door. No, it's the window.
That's wrong.
I think you're right.
I left those footprints during my morning walk.
What the fuck? I gotta figure out what's right and what's wrong. That's
We're
not a
not
clue.
done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece
Surely
of
the
evidence
red-eyed killer couldn't have done this, or the gang member either. He.
left.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it.
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and...
No, that's wrong.
Thank God.
Mahiru
Holy
didn't block
fuck.
the door. Her death was instant.
Her death was instant.
Instant death? According to my autopsy, yes, there's no doubt that Mahiru died instantly.
If you keep making shit up, I'll fucking kill you!
I'm sorry.
Ryuhiko, you cannot do that. Only a coward threatens women.
I'm pretty sure her death was instant, too. I mean, her injury was only a single blow.
There are 3 hours
That's
missing.
why Mahiru isn't the one who blocked the door. Someone else used her body to block it.
Someone else?
The killer, of course. They're the one who blocked the door with Mahiru's body. That's why there were bloody drag marks left on the floor.
But why did the killer block the door?
Just ask Hiyoko. She's the killer after all.
Seriously, that's not true.
I don't think it's her anymore. It's either the
I
fucking
didn't think
Yakuza
it
kid
was.
or Peko Yama.
Like, at first, I was like, oh, it might be her because of the gummy, but then I was like, no. The girl had 3 hours missing. The guy has a motive because it's his little sister, right? So it has to be one of those guys. But there are 3 hours missing with that one chick. Did she really swim to each island and have no danger whatsoever? Like the girl says, there were sharks in there, right? Like if you tried to swim to an island, you're gonna get eaten by sharks. I don't know.
Could be, baby, could be, baby, could be.
I don't know.
Ooh, setup. Surely the red-eyed killer couldn't have done this. Or the gang member either. Hee hee. What about you, Dragomir? Do you have any fucking... Do you have any guesses?
Let's assume Hiyoko is the killer. Wouldn't that mean she's also the one who dragged the body?
Yeah, she would have had to.
If she handled the body that bloody, I think her clothes or skin would have been stained with blood.
And the only person who showed up bloody...
was Akane.
Yeah.
Huh? But when I saw her, she was clean.
I'll say she was clean.
See? I told you I wasn't the killer! Yay! With this, my innocence has been proven!
I won't let you look down on me.
No,
we
not
haven't
this.
decided that yet.
God damn it.
Hey,
He's really
Fuyuhiko,
pissed.
why do you keep insisting that Hyoko is the killer?
Shut up! I'm telling you, she's the killer! That little bitch is definitely the killer!
Because he helped frame her.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hyoko is the only killer I could think of. If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hyoko is the only killer I could think of.
Advance.
If Hyoko moved the body, then she should be covered in blood.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside after she moved the body. She just washed it up. The fact that Hyoko was at the beach can be proven by the footprints in the sand. Crap!
Shit.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the
What do you
beach
think, baby?
house. After she moved the body, she just washed it. The fact that Hyoko was at the beach house can be proven by the footprints. Did you get all that, you bastard?
Investigate the scene of crime.
Fuyuhiko hasn't thoroughly investigated the crime scene at the beach house. Then I need to tell him he's wrong by using that piece of evidence.
So what, dumbass?
Iron bar windows?
There's a shower room inside the beach
I don't
house.
know what else
After
we
she
have.
moved the body, she just washed it off in the shower.
There.
The fact that Hyoko was at the beach house.
The shower
can be
room doesn't
proven
work.
by the footprints in the sand.
That's it. The
Did you
shower
get
room
all that,
doesn't
you
work.
bastard?
So put shower room on
Yeah,
what?
on the... She just used the shower room.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach house. After she moved the body, she just washed
There.
it off in the shower. Allow me to cut through those words.
Thank fuck.
Now, washing it off in the shower is impossible, because the shower in the beach house was out of order.
That's right.
I don't know, either them or Slavic Deutschland girl or a wild card later. Yeah, dude, you just wash blood off in the shower from clothes and shit. I hope Kuzuryu dies, whether he's guilty or not. Aw. You're in love.
Out of order?
I'm terribly sorry. I haven't had any time to actually repair it.
Then maybe she took her clothes off to move the body, and when she was done, she put them back on.
Are you saying I did something that perverted?
Kyoko took off her clothes before committing murder. No, that should be impossible.
Because she can't get... she can't get dressed by herself.
I see.
Yeah.
Listen to me, Fuyuhiko. Hyoko mentioned this before.
I can't help it. I can't tie my kimono sash by myself.
Which means Hyoko can't change by herself. It's impossible for her to put on and take off her clothes.
What?
Oh yeah, she couldn't even tie her sash on her own. That's why she couldn't take a bath and smelled bad.
I didn't smell. It only smelled a little. Oh, wasn't changing inside the beach house prohibited in the first place? Yes, if you broke the rules, I'm pretty sure Monokuma wouldn't have kept quiet.
Damn right! I'm such a stickler for the rules that even safari park rangers want nothing to do with me.
If she didn't change her clothes, then what did Hyoko do with the blood that got on her?
Peko Peko Yama went fucking swimming right after.
Yep.
Like I've been saying, the blood wasn't on me in the first place, because I never touched Mahiru's body.
Hey, if you think about it the other way around, does that mean whoever was covered in blood is suspicious?
Yeah.
Because if so, I believe Akane was soaked with blood when we all met up to go to the beach.
Nobody's that stupid though.
Didn't I tell you that was because I got beat up by Coach Nekomaru?
Nip is like, no!
She never would have
That'd be great.
I can attest to that. If I hadn't gotten that rough with her, she would never have backed down. Okay, see?
Doubting me of all people. You got some nerve. All right, I'll bend your body in half so you're stuck in a bowing position for the rest of your life.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
The hell it does!
Hey, more importantly, I'm okay now, right? It's okay that I'm not the killer? Yeah, seems like it. See? I already told you. There's no way I'd kill Mahiru.
Because she's in love with her.
Mahiru taught me how to wear a kimono, and she was very, very kind. There's no way I would kill a nice person like her. Why wouldn't you believe me earlier? You guys are stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Hyoko, please don't cry. Everything is fine now, right? Shut the hell up, pig Bart. I hope you get a hangnail and die.
Wow.
God, she's mean.
I'm sorry for being pig Bart.
More importantly, Fuyuhiko's behavior earlier was definitely strange. Getting so worked up and accusing Hyoko of being suspicious. Could it be? Does he actually have something else in mind?
Hey, Hyoko. Now that our suspicions have been addressed, can you tell us the truth?
Huh?
Even though you're not the killer, you still went to the beach house, right?
Like I said, it was a trap.
Yeah, I got that already, so... Can you give us the details about that trap?
I would like to know too. It might lead to some kind of clue.
Fine. You want me to talk, huh? Earlier this morning, Mahiru was the one who came up to me. She asked if we could meet up later.
Huh? But didn't you say earlier?
She never talked to me at all. Man, what a surprise. I didn't expect you to ask me such an easy question.
Damn it! So that was a lie? 'Cause I thought it'd be doubted if I admitted it. So I figured it was better not to say anything.
So, what was your answer to Mahiru's invitation?
I told her it was fine. I mean, I didn't have a reason to say no. Unlike everyone else here, Mahiru was someone I wasn't embarrassed to be seen with.
She's so
You
polite.
always have to say something snide.
At the time, we were supposed to meet around 2 p.m., but... around noon, there was a letter inside my mailbox. A letter? Yeah, this one.
I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island. The time is still the same at 2 p.m. It seems there's someone who wants to interface with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret until then. Let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Mahiru Koizumi. Letter Hyoko received has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
And went to the beach house at that time.
Huh. The letter that Hyoko had, doesn't it clearly contradict that other evidence?
That one?
I can prove it with this. This letter. Doesn't it look like its contents are different from the letter Mahiru had?
About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m.
Mahiru's letter said to meet at 2:30 p.m. But in Hyoko's letter...
About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island. The time is still the same at 2 p.m.
Whoa! The meeting times are off.
It's also strange that both letters wanted to change their meeting spot to the beach house. It would be plausible if one of them said it, but for both letters to say the same thing?
Hyoko, since you wrote it, what do you think? Like I said, I never wrote the letter. How many times do I have to tell you?
It's safe to say a letter was forged by the killer, but which letter did the killer forge?
Yeah.
I see. The killer must have forged both letters.
The killer forged them so they can manipulate their actions. Yeah, that's how we should think about it.
That seems very likely. In fact, if you compare both letters, confirm! Just as I assumed, the handwriting is the same. The content of the letters matches too.
Like this part. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. This part. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. And this part. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. The killer forged both of those letters.
Mahiru was
So,
dead by
they
the
were
time
able
that
to
she got the
control
letter.
Hiyoko and Mahiru to do their bidding, like a netherworld puppeteer.
So they completely tricked me. And then Mahiru's killer. How mean! Give me back Mahiru!
Really? This is really terrible.
Hi.
Boo! I've offered to help so many times, but the killer this time didn't discuss their plan with me at all.
I didn't discuss their plan with you at all.
It's all my
That's
fault.
weird.
I'm so ashamed of being unreliable.
Here we go again. Once we let our guard down, this happens. We can just lightly punch him to death later.
So based on what the letter said, you went to the beach house at 2 p.m., right, Hiyoko?
What's most important is what happened afterward. What on earth happened there?
You know.
I fell asleep.
You fell
Why'd
asleep.
I fall asleep? It's not like I wanted to. I think I was forced to get a whiff of some kind of medicine or something.
The nurse?
Mikan.
Medicine? That medicine. Could it be? Did they get it from the drugstore? I thought that place seemed unsafe. They even have prescription medicines laying out in the open.
If you were aware of that from the start, you should have done something about it.
I'm sorry. When I woke up, I was inside a small closet. And when I rushed out, I saw Mahiru's body.
And that's why you ran out of the beach house in such a panic.
That's why they wore a mask.
I was scared. I was really, really scared. Really scared that I couldn't help, but... The killer probably planned to frame Hiyoko from the start. And for that reason, they summoned Hiyoko before Mahiru, put her to sleep, and shoved her inside the closet.
So their reason for blocking the door with Mahiru's body was to make Hiyoko leave her footprints as evidence.
Smart.
Everything was done to frame Hiyoko as the killer. That's horrible! I didn't do anything wrong, and I was framed by Mahiru's killer!
Hiyoko, please do not cry. We believe you.
Do we?
Is it really okay to believe her so easily? She might be faking those tears, you know.
This will never end if you keep being so suspicious.
Isn't that what a class trial is all about? The only way to survive is to be suspicious. This is where we go to thoroughly doubt each other. So if you believe in each other so easily, then there's definitely something wrong with you.
You're wrong, Fuyuhiko. We aren't supposed to doubt each other here. We're supposed to work together. The class trial is where we cooperate with each other, work hard, and aim for victory. The killer and everyone else. Two hopes attempting to grasp
Hi,
the
buddy.
one true hope.
Hello.
Aw, what are you doing, baby bear?
Two hopes clashing with each other is poetry in motion. That is what a class trial should be.
I I think it's time for the Yakuza kid to sleep with the
Seriously, which
fishes.
side are you on?
Drag me.
I'm on the side of the absolute hope that can overcome any despair. And I believe that absolute hope exists at the point where two hopes clash.
Your stance is
You're
neither
awesome.
white nor black, but gray. And you do not yearn for your life, or even for victory.
Jeez, I wish he'd just side with the enemy already so I can believe what he's saying.
Let's stop. Believing every little thing Nagito says is a waste of
Is
time.
that cat going to fight my cat? No.
Yeah, we need to figure out who Mahiru's killer is.
There should be a new clue contained in what Hyoko has told us.
A
So,
new clue.
let us believe Hyoko's words and discuss it once again with everyone.
Yep, yep. The debate proceeds when you assume you can believe each other. Good job. That's the right way. That's the splendid power of teamwork. Hey, what do you think of that, Monokuma? I'm not gonna let you have the outcome you want. Hey.
Yeah, figured.
I'm sleeping.
What? He's sleeping.
Dumbasses. You bastards don't know anything. If you're stupid enough to trust each other, the only thing waiting for you is the bitter truth.
Where is Zach? The bitter truth.
Oh,
That
the
may be
bitter
true,
truth.
but even so, we can't just stand around here all day. Even if what lies ahead is a cruel ending, the only thing we can do is move forward. Because unless we reveal who among us is Mahiru's true killer, there's no way we'll survive. Class trial suspended.
Suspended? Oh, this again.
Well now.
Now that the class trial has reached its climax, I would like to present the answer right here, right now.
Can you read it? My throat hurts.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Huh? You're gonna spoil who the killer is? Pooh-hoo-hoo, if I reveal the answer before everyone's ready, they'll all be shocked. They'll all feel despair. You can't. That's seriously a big no-no. But spoiling it right now is innovative, don't you think? The club president and I are powerless against innovation. Who's the club president? So, without further ado, the answer is... Yeah, you can't. Everyone, please, close your eyes and cover your ears.
You say
Correct.
Nanu
You
in
say?
German when you're surprised.
Nanu. I don't know what you're talking about, but somehow it feels wrong to me.
Save. Save, boof.
Class trial reopened, so that's a halfway point, I'm guessing?
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
halfway point.
mon ami. And my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this room.
I like her little mushroom.
Impossible! Impossible! That's so impossible! There's no way I can believe that!
I think it's time for Yakuza Kid to sleep with the fishes. Is that the cat that's going to fight my cat? Throbbing. Undulating.
Oh, I can't do anything. How annoying. But I'm just gonna believe in everyone. That's the least I can do.
love
Everyone
you.
do your best. Don't lose to yourselves. And don't forget to save regularly.
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hyoko, now what?
If the killer was luring Hyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue.
Do you mean the letter?
No, it was probably the gummy.
Huh? Candy can be a clue?
Hey,
Yeah, because the whole
when
fridge.
you woke up, was the gummy already there?
The whole fridge is filled with sweets. That person
Now
doesn't
that you
eat
mention
sweets.
it, I feel like it wasn't.
Just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
If the killer planted evidence while Hyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means The gummy was placed inside the closet after Hiyoko fled from the beach house?
The killer returned to the scene of the crime after I left?
They wouldn't have to do something that
Aw, you
troublesome
leaving
as
me.
long as they
Love
hid
you.
somewhere within the beach
You're
house.
the best.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide!
Oh, but the window.
I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there.
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think.
I want to play a new game. Is that what you're thinking? If so, we've prepared the perfect product for you. You will dive into your own brain and logically discern the mysterious answer from several questions. It's called the Logic Dive. During the Logic Dive, you will control a version of yourself created from an image within your brain. Your task is to reach the goal, the final destination of the Synapse course. You can move sideways with the left stick and accelerate with the R1 button. Press the circle button to brake and the L1 button to jump. Oops. So make sure you're familiar. Okay. On your journey, you will take damage every time you fall into a gap or bump into walls. Also, upon reaching a certain point, there will be branching questions in the course. The answers split into different paths, so please proceed down the path of the answer you think is correct. Branching questions will appear several times in one course. Please be careful. I highly recommend that you make good use of the brake. That's my meddlesome advice to you. If you press the options button during the Logic Dive, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. She's right, this might be a very important problem. If the killer tampered with the evidence after Hiyoko ran away from the beach house, when did the killer arrive and depart from the beach house? Think. If I just focus and think about it, I'm sure I'll be able to find the answer. Alright, I'm going to do it.
Is that a hit? No? Question 1.
When did the killer arrive at the beach house? Before Hiyoko arrived? Obviously, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's brakes. What was I holding? Oh, speed up.
Question 2.
When did the killer leave the beach house? Obviously after Hiyoko left, right?
Yeah.
No, it would have had to have been before. And then come back, right?
Okay, yeah. Scary.
Where was the killer hiding while Hiyoko was unconscious? The beach? Or beach house?
The beach with us. Oh shit, we got it wrong. Okay, try beach house. Okay.
It's all coming together.
So that was it, eh?
Okay. Good job, honey.
Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing. Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
Yeah, there
Her
was another place
personality
to
got a
hide.
hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
No. should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Yoko.
What are you saying? Stop being annoying or I'm gonna make Akane bop you on the head and shut you up for good!
They were hiding in the fridge.
I really don't want that to happen to me. I need to answer by any means. The place where the killer was hiding. The place where Hiyoko hasn't looked is...
The fridge. That's why all the bottles were dumped.
Crap!
Shit.
Crap!
Under the bench?
Here! The killer was probably hiding in the closet.
The closet? That's where I was locked up!
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of there, right? And you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But could two people even hide in such a small place? And without Hiyoko knowing?
Achieve brain blast? Okay, I hope she dies too. Behind the corpse. Oh, fuck. That would have been crazy, eh?
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
Oh, in the fucking surfboard coffin thing.
If the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place in advance, I can only think of one place. That's right, the place where the killer was hiding inside the closet was.
This is why it wasn't in the surfboard case.
Here! What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Huh? Inside the surfboard case? But the shelf it was on, it was pretty messy, don't you think? Two surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place. Because we haven't been on this island that long. So the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think. Then, the killer was close to me during that time?
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
There's no way the killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, it would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hiyoko.
Saying whatever you want, even if you didn't ask. All right, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch ya! Oh, you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time. As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right? Is the killer also included among those 3 or more people?
Yeah, that's true, but, well, something like that. It's basically what it's supposed to be.
You don't sound very articulate.
Jeez, you're pretty annoying for noticing something like that. I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse, but depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Geez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
So 3 people saw the fucking corpse. I mean, obviously there's fucking little girl, but who the hell are the other 2? And why wouldn't they have said something? What the fuck?
Princess?
You think it was the princess?
The princess? The brother?
The Yakuza kid?
Which means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
And the chick that went swimming for 3 hours.
Peko Yama?
Yep.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, but either Yakuza or Peko Yama are the murderer, in which case there'd have to be 4 possibilities. Which is insane to me. That doesn't make sense.
Think about it this way. Who is the last to arrive at the restaurant? The very last person to arrive at the restaurant was?
Sonia?
Yeah. Who was second to last?
Akane?
And who came in after that or before that?
Chiaki?
Okay. And the very last one to arrive was...
Sonia?
Yeah. When did the fucking chick from 3 hours arrive?
Peko Yama?
Yeah. Before Sonia, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So it would have been her. Her and then Sonia, right?
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange. More importantly, let's get back to our original topic.
You're the one who went on a tangent.
We were just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
She's tiny enough to do it, possibly. And somebody used a fucking medicinal agent of some kind to knock out the chick,
Yeah,
right?
she didn't show up at all to the beach house, did she?
Yeah.
And after Hyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear.
Fuck, this is getting so convoluted.
The killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be all right. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too. Now, let's start the argument, shall we?
Now then, I shall explain to you the final feature in the non-stop debates. From this point forward, you will now be able to use the truth flashback. If you hold down the triangle button, the shape of the reticle will change. If you aim at the remark's weak spot and keep it in that position, you will be able to memorize it. This memorized phrase can only be fired once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change to a different truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or mistake in your available truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. Oh, that's so annoying. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to trust your keen wits, won't you? By the way, you will not be able to agree with anyone while you're using the truth flashback. Please remember that is only effective when refuting points. Well then, good luck and have fun. I have to make my own bullet points.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower. Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower,
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and whoosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around? Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
maybe they were able to wash it off.
Fuck me. If I use that person's opinion, I might be able to break through the contradiction. That's
What
it.
did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
There you go.
They didn't
Okay.
have to use the shower.
Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower,
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and whoosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around? Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it
There you
off
go.
would have been impossible.
Oh, fuck, man. Why is this getting so goddamn annoying? Maybe someone other than the killer moved the body, question mark?
Damn it!
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
Suck that up.
They didn't have to use the shower.
Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower,
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and whoosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around? Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
maybe they were able to wash it off.
I think you can only absorb the gold things. How many gold things
What
are
did
there?
the killer do with the blood on their
Two.
body?
2?
I believe so.
Maybe they simply washed it off.
What should I do, babe?
Now,
They couldn't
suck it up.
use the shower,
Right here.
right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
Would
They
have been
didn't
impossible.
have to use the shower.
And I'm gonna shoot it at...
Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than
There.
the shower,
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and whoosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around? Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower,
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and whoosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around? Perhaps Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
There, now kill. Fuck.
Damn it! What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet?
There?
Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower,
What did they do with the bloody...
Don't. Please, for the love of God.
Okay, fine. I won't look.
They cut it up and floosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around? Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
Okay, don't suck up that one, maybe. I don't know.
Ah, fuck, man. I hate this.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower,
Which one should I
right?
suck up?
Not this one, because we
So
tried it
washing it
twice.
off would have been
This?
impossible.
No, don't suck it up.
They didn't have to use the shower.
Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other
There,
than the
second
shower,
one. Other than the shower?
Yeah,
What
swimming.
did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and floosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
God.
Maybe it's the other way around? Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off
There.
would have been impossible. No, that's wrong.
Finally.
Fuck, I hate that shit.
If they just needed to wash off the blood, they didn't necessarily have to use the shower. They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower. Like what?
Something other than the shower that was used to wash off the blood. It's possible it was...
The drinks inside the fridge.
Oh.
I see!
Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
I've seen through it. In theory, then, that's impossible.
Oh.
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used.
What do you mean it's impossible they were used? The trash can's filled to the brim with them.
Yeah.
What? The fuck? Is this bitch high?
It's a trash can.
It's true there were drinks in the beach house refrigerator. However, try think one bottle drink it wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down!
We can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Allow me to cut through those words!
Good job. Yeah.
My mom says I'm fuckable.
There were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used?
And she was the only one that came in to the restaurant completely soaked, saying that she went for a swim already.
I have a baby dick.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can.
So she didn't go for a 3-hour swim.
Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it.
You're my handsome little guy. Paw.
When I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
Huh? You should have said so sooner. Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of a shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
Hold on a sec. Now that I think about it, if they soaked their entire body with a bunch of plastic water bottles, if they did that, that person would be...
It seems you've realized who the killer is.
Pecco.
See? Just as I thought. Hold on. You know who the killer is?
Is that true?
Let me ask, who might that be?
If the killer used plastic water bottles to wash off the blood that splattered onto them, that killer, Mahiru's killer, must be that person.
You're the only one!
Choose yourself, hee hee.
Is it you?
Hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner.
I think the real killer here is society. You're not wrong. You gonna read or what?
With what?
With
No,
what?
No.
Hmm?
No.
Hajime and Kazuichi, why are you two here? Hey, aren't you breathing pretty heavily? I just did a little swimming.
If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body. But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Don't just stay silent! Say something! Hold on, you bastard! You saw her at the diner! You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming!
No one even saw her swimming.
No. I saw her.
Huh?
After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home.
He's lying. He helped her kill? Or what?
Maybe.
So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier?
It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I didn't even pay attention to the beach house. I went straight back to the hotel after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Not so fast! It's too soon to decide she's a killer! We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house!
The window!
Now that you mention it, you're right.
The roadside door was blocked! And if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
The window!
Why are you all fired up, Fuyuhiko? You're not the suspect. Pecco is.
Who cares about that? Answer me! If you have an explanation, then show me what you got!
Whoa, hottie with a body. Yeah. Christ, this Yakuza kid is so stupid. Is he lying now? I think so, dude.
Yeah, of course he's lying. He wanted What's-Her-Face to avenge his sister's death, so he wants to cover her ass. He doesn't care if he dies. He's already said that.
Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable.
Well, if Peko is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
The fucking window. The killer's escape route. I might know what it was. In fact, the only possible thing I can think of is that opening.
I see! If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Peko could have reached it.
But you can help Peko reach it.
But what if, for instance, she got help from someone?
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
They're making this whole hoopla now, ignoring such an obvious thing as the window.
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
Of course not! That would violate the school trip rule!
Rule number 3. Littering is not allowed. Let us coexist with this island's bountiful nature in mutual prosperity.
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
No, they just have to use an object.
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object. I see! You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body. Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object?
She
And if
gave
you
it
say
to
she hid it in her
someone.
special place, I'll stab you in yours!
I'll stab myself there, thank you very much.
No! Please don't be violent!
Even if the killer used an object to escape out the window, they wouldn't have been able to get rid of it. So, the only thing I can think of is that the killer must have hid it somewhere. If that's the case, focus and think. The object the killer used to escape out the window. What do you think? Cat food? Sauna? Ravioli? Magikarp? Okay, it starts with a B, baby. What is it, baby?
I don't know.
Bamboo stick?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, bamboo sword?
Yeah, keep those on the map if you can.
Damn it. Where's the fucking R, man?
Christ, they're dragging.
Bam Margera. Bamboo sword. You got it. Christ, they're dragging it out with all the random letters, right?
Times, right? If I recall correctly, you had it then too. Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
It's logical.
Peko used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
Sword as a step stool? You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell ya? A ninja could have climbed that easily. Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Wow, just like a Japanese ninja.
Miss Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could easily use it to climb.
Well, Peko, do you have anything to say?
Now then, the time has come once again for the panic talk action. Let's talk a little bit about fever time and nega time. From this point on, you will be able to use fever time by pressing the R1 button during... My queen always on top of it. She's so amazing. She used the Bam Margera to kick flip out the window. Yeah. You'll be able to use Fever Time by pressing the R1 button during PTA. When Fever Time is activated, the tempo will be pushed to its max. But that's not all. You won't miss during Fever Time either. By pressing the X button when applicable, you can destroy your opponent's verbal assault. But only until your focus gauge runs out, so make the... What?
I'm just checking something.
But only until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, you're not the only one who can get the upper hand. There's something called nega time that your opponent can use too. If your opponent activates nega time... See it?
I do.
Your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit difficult to press the buttons in rhythm. So in that case, please time the rhythm not with your eyes, but with your ears and your passionate ass. If you can't clear it, you can always change the difficulty setting. I'm not gonna tell them that they'll have to redo the class trial for that chapter if they do that. Well then, good luck, and have fun.
Hold on a sec, you bastard! You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword?
She went out the fucking window, eh?
It would have been left in the shower room, and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass!
I'ma suck your balls straight up my nose.
Because Monokuma just said
Why do you even
that
care?
3 or 4 people have already seen the
3
dead
people
body.
have to see the corpse to get the alert going, and it doesn't include the killer. So if Pekoyama's the killer, then the 3 people would have to be Bitchy Chick, I'm assuming Yakuza guy. Question mark?
Yeah, I don't know.
I know, it's fucking baffling. Oh, cool dog. You ever take it off any sweet jumps?
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me!
X don't give it to you.
If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
You should have been left behind, you fucking cum stain. Fuyuhiko, why? Why are you?
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me!
Needs to be not fucking with me
You
now.
bastard! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Bastard! Got proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs!
I don't want to buy an organ.
You're pissing me off! Bastard! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Got proof, you bastard?
How am I missing?
That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind. This is the end.
This is the end. You autistic cunt to the end.
If she used her bamboo sword as a step stool, she could have recovered it with her sword back.
El bastido. ¿Qué?
When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword back to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her, she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
I've heard that noise so many times watching that retard show tonight. Okay.
Oh, the little lovers?
No, the fucking long-haired blonde. Remember?
Oh, yes. You get that.
He like says that every time somebody says anything to him. Right?
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag, too. She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that.
Ooh,
You got herpes?
oh my god, my voice box is so sore tonight.
Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan. No, you just back off.
Yeah, get a haircut, you dilf.
You just back off.
Please do have a back now.
Is it true? Did you really kill Mahiro?
Hold on! You're just making assumptions! You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof! Got it, you bastard?
It's fine.
Huh?
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
She admitted it just now, right? She admitted she's Mahiru's killer, right? But is this right? Even though Fuyuhiko was the one arguing with us, Peko just admitted it so freely.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness, at least. Very well. If you admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our votes.
Agreed. Hurry up and vote.
Hold on. Let me confirm one thing first.
Can it wait until after the voting?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Peko's motive.
My motive?
In the end,
You had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right? Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
So it's about that. Let's see. If I must answer that question, I must say it was for the sake of justice.
Just ice.
I knew it.
Ha!
Justice?
In order to protect the justice of this world.
Ha!
I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only one reason
she's
I
crazy.
Sigh, she crazy. She really boils my potatoes.
For the sake of protecting justice.
What are you saying?
Justice is what makes humans human. It's a virtue that human beings should be proud of. Justice is the eternal sun and the enduring moon, the protective father and the smiling mother.
I'm an orphan. What are you talking about?
Hello! Earth to Pecco!
Earth to Pecco.
If justice ever disappeared from this world,
Sip some water, honey bunny.
That's a good idea. My throat hurts like a son of a bitch.
Oh, this is lame and out of character. Really?
She talked about it in the very beginning of the game, where she believes that justice is the most important thing. I had a feeling that she was... I just had a feeling. I just knew it.
I have a baby dick.
I see. Yeah.
the world would immediately freeze and people's smiles would vanish.
Sailor Venus, Sailor Mars, Sailor Jupiter.
I will not allow that.
Golf Wang, Free Earl.
It's fine, just stop it.
Justice must always be there to guide us, to shine bright above our heads.
That was basically what she said in the beginning of the game.
So I must fight. I must continue to fight to protect justice.
Could she be?
As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent evil. Justice complete!
Y'all gonna make me kiss my dad.
No.
Oh, hi, baby girl. Hello, baby. How you doing?
Oh my goodness.
Hello, gorgeous. Hello. This game always gave me Phoenix Wright vibes. The art style, or is like the fucking story as good as Phoenix Wright, dude? Like, is Phoenix Wright as good as Danganronpa as far as story and twists and shit, dude? Because I bought the Ace Attorney collection on the PlayStation 4, and I haven't played any of them before. Very much so. Oh, okay. Maya, best girl, gameplay-wise? How you doing tonight, Ultimate CJ? Ultima CJ.
I wish I could talk. Like, my fucking throat hurts so bad.
Oh, is this a Yuna? Oh, I love you.
They are playing Mega Man X2. I need to watch the anime to Phoenix Wright. There's a fucking anime? Jesus. Dragon Raid. The Ace Attorney games are also amazing and yet complex. Okay. Well, we can always go through that at some point, because I bought the compilation that has every fucking DS title on it.
I think this is a game definitely for me, because I'd really like to argue.
Yeah. Same experience, and they don't shy from getting dark. Dark's good. I bought a lot of really dark fucking visual novel murder mystery games, like AI Somnium Files is on the shelf, and World End Syndrome is sitting on the shelf. I actually have a whole bunch of really fucking cool ones that I can't wait to rip into. But, I mean, we had such fun with Danganronpa 1 that we had to jump into number 2.
Yeah.
And we got the sequel, both sequels, to a 9 Persons, 9 Hour, 9 Door. Like a Virtue's Last Reward and Zero Time Dilemma. We got a fucking ton of these, dude. Yep, they made an anime adaptation of the game. Huh, trippy. Devil May Cry anime was pretty dark. I never watched it or played the games, dude. First case of the second game got me fucked up. Seriously, Dragomir.
Ooh, you've intrigued me.
Yeah, that's interesting. Huh.
Yeah, that's another game we're gonna definitely play.
Yeah, I think I fucking bought them, so.
But I want to play a couple of horror games with you. Like, I've got a couple that are on your shelf that I've been staring at. I'm like, I really want to play those. I know I'm gonna get really scared, but I would really like to play them.
That'd be cool, eh?
Yeah.
If we're gonna play horror games, it has to actually be dark in here, though.
So, all lights out, everything?
The
really?
lights are out, yeah. We can have the neon sign in the background again, like, for old time's sake, but, yeah.
I prefer we have the light.
The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines
Not ready?
in the night sky.
Only thing I hated about Phoenix Wright was that fucking vase puzzle. I don't recall. I think I only played the first two. Fucking vase, eh?
The fucking vase.
Is it vase or vase? What do you guys think? How do you guys say it? It's vase?
I believe it's called a vase.
Vase?
A vase. It's the same shit. It's either vase or vase. They're not wrong. You can say them both. The term is correct.
That would be me. Sparkling justice.
Looks like Angelica from Rugrats, kind of.
Yeah, she does.
Now then,
Aw,
let's execute justice.
What? What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Echo, what are you doing?
I am sparkling justice.
I thought she would actually have like a better mask.
In the name of sparkling, shining justice, I have come to deliver justice.
Yeah, you and what army?
What's going on? What's this? Chill.
Pecco finally snapped!
I think she's gonna be the next one to
Please
snap.
be careful. Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice.
Sparkling Justice, so she's a Twilight fan.
Horror games. Let's Evil Within, Outlast, Condemned, Criminal Origins, Dead Space, or wait for the remake, Fear, and Fatal Frame series, just to name a few. Yeah, I bought the Fatal Frame, Maidens of the Blackwater or whatever that just came out.
I really want to play that. I've been bugging them every day.
Yeah, but our internet sucks right now, so there's no fucking point in playing it. That's the problem, right? Like, we're getting better internet soon, like fiber optics, so we'll be able to actually play more higher quality, more powerful games, you know? In America, they say vase. Vase? Vase is elsewhere, but I don't know. I like the Japanese emoticons in her speech. I use those too. Nice. Alright, I don't like her. To the gallows with her.
To the gallows we go.
Sparkling Justice. Oh, so she's a Twilight fan.
I love that. That's funny.
Oh, hell yeah. Is that like a Philips CDI fucking link or what? Or is that from the series, animated series?
Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... But... Huh?
Ally of justice? So that's why you're wearing a mask. This mask is the dividing line. Just like various items, the sun is revered because it lies just beyond your grasp. Justice should also be the same.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy.
What? What the heck is this? Pecco is the killer? Why is it turning out like this?
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events. Hey! Now's not the time for you to be sleeping. Take a look. It's a killer.
this again.
So what's your answer to my previous question? Why did you kill Mahiru?
This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow even one shadow. Evil must be eliminated immediately.
Immediately.
No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
I must not overlook the evil.
Maiden of Blackwater is a remaster of the Wii U original. I have a Wii U, but the console's copy is rare and expensive. Woo. How do you like it? Is it a fun game? It's CDI. I wonder if she's overacting to distract from Yakuza Boy. Dude, yeah, I know. That's how I'm feeling as well. I'm getting hints on that.
Yeah, something's fishy.
The point being, I can't get a copy of it. Man, I had a guy try and sell me like 80% of the CDI library complete with a complete in-box system for like $300, like 15 years ago, back when it was so cheap.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
If you knew about that incident, then you must have played the game. Am I right?
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Like a sewer rat.
Then, the reason you killed Mahiru was...
It's the only way I can come.
To protect justice, of course. In order to protect justice, I have become its merciless sword.
Luna. Luna bear.
Aw, here's a tail flick.
Yeah.
And
always in my baby
executing
girl.
justice.
Little lady. Hello, bubbles.
Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath!
Wobbuffet. This kind of like a Jack from the first game a little bit,
Yeah, I know.
which you also fucking...
Yeah, called. I fucking called it.
She's so gross!
Peko, is this your true identity?
My true identity? I have already forgotten who I am. It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
You actually use those symbols and shit, Dragomir?
Oh, I can't stand this anymore! Let's just end this farce already!
Farce. End it. He's right. We need to end this already. The killer. In the end, there's no mistake that it was Peko all along.
Let's go over this incident one more time and then let's end this.
We're doing the fucking comic book now? Shit. Okay.
Okay.
But I'll get a remaster. Not those specific ones, but yeah.
That one.
On the morning of the incident, Mahiru met... In order to lure Mahiru and Hiyoko. The first one to arrive at the beach house was... The next one to arrive at the beach house. What did the killer leave next to the body?
Leave next to the body? A mask.
Now then, time to wash off the blood. Where should I hide?
That one, yeah.
The first one who found the body was...
It will be her.
Hiyoko left a big piece of evidence.
There you go. Oh, the footprints was the big piece of evidence.
In the closet after Hiyoko ran away.
There you go.
In order to lure Mahiru and Hiyoko.
The envelope.
The first one to arrive at the beach house was not her.
No, I think it's her. No? Okay. Then her, yeah.
Would be the murderer, wouldn't it? Hold on. The next one to arrive at the beach house was... What did the killer leave next to the body? Now then, time to wash off the blood.
Sweet. There's a mask.
First one he found the body would have been...
Her, yeah. Put that one over there. Big piece of evidence. Ooh, the footprints. There you go. She woke up. That's her waking up.
To retrieve the bamboo sword, I must do this.
There.
Last stalk. The first one to arrive.
It's her. That she's arriving. There you go.
Where did the killer leave?
There you go.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hiyoko. Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome Murder Case, the video game provided to us as the motive. She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character. Hiyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone else overheard their exchange. The killer. The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan. By preparing a specific item, they planned to manipulate the two's actions. That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hiyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 p.m. And the letter Hiyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately. Hiyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m., just like it said, and was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait. After putting Hiyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet, so they could frame her as the killer later. At 2:30 p.m., Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware that she had been targeted for murder. Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon, the metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime. The bat was brought down onto the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, she took her last breath. According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road. Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why, My guess is it's something similar to a calling card. That's how the crime scene we discovered was created. However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body. They used plastic water bottles that were inside the beach house refrigerator. We can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened. In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hiyoko was in.
Hey, you know that whole thing you spent an hour deducing? Here it is again slowly.
The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand.
Is that usually they show who the killer is. This time they didn't. They didn't show it was Justice at all. Usually they replace the gray person with the actual person. Did you catch that?
I don't remember. I don't remember if it just like comes into view at the end when they say the name.
After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hiyoko wore off, and she woke up. I can imagine how badly Hiyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet. I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her. From the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect, Hiyoko fled from the beach house.
She's crazy.
Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hiyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case. And placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Finally, the killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route. The small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used the bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Heko Pekoyama?
I see.
Intriguing.
And what of it?
And what of it?
Totally cool with it. I haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
What are you saying? You killed Mahiru!
She's like, and? Our pet is totally fine.
You have to check on it.
Wrong! I punished evil in the name of justice. That's no reason to condemn me.
Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch.
There's no way you can kill me. Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well.
What are you saying?
What he's saying, huh?
What are you doing?
Interesting.
What are you saying, Ugg?
Yeah,
To
right?
protect what's most important to you, you must be prepared to throw away something equally important. Understand?
I don't understand.
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on. In order to keep
happened?
justice, to keep me alive,
Alex spamming mean videos.
all must give up your lives.
Holy fuck, dude.
Are you serious?
It's not serious. It's justice. If I fall here, who will combat the evils of this world? Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice. Hurry and carry on justice.
Give me a break! Who's gonna die for you?
If we let Pecco go, we're all gonna get killed! For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable.
A few sacrifices? That's...
Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
I can't stand her anymore. Let's vote already and execute her.
However, before we do that,
Monokuma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote already!
I'm awake!
Ah, he finally woke up.
I heard your story! Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares? Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
Why doesn't this feel right? Does it feel right to you?
No. I feel like something is off. He slept through the whole trial. It's weird. Something is seriously weird. We're all gonna vote for her anyway, and she's guilty. Okay. But something's odd. What the fuck?
pardon me, can we please have a little more time? Pardon me, can we have a little bit more time? Please let us continue our discussion.
Continue our discussion? But isn't the voting over?
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
Huh?
Strange? What do you mean? There's no doubt that Pecco is the killer.
That is true. However,
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Pecco is really sparkling justice, am I right?
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about them than most.
That makes her an enthusiast.
Yeah.
Honestly, it felt strange to me too. I mean, there's a distinct difference between what we know about sparkling justice and Pecco, right?
Distinct difference?
You know, Sonia described sparkling justice like this.
justice complete. The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice!
Well, what the heck was that? That is Sparkling Justice's catchphrase. An unknown serial killer has a catchphrase? I read it in a magazine in the library. There's only ever been one person, a journalist, who has interviewed Sparkling Justice. The article was written in their native language, so I tried translating it. I see. So that's what it was. I think I've got the difference between the serial killer and Pecco.
I see! That's right. According to what Sonia said,
The article was written in their native language, so I tried to translate it.
if she had it translated, that means it wasn't written in English, right?
Ding, ding, ding.
Huh? Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish. So, Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well. Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both...
From Spain?
What?
All this time, I completely misunderstood. When I first heard about those serial killers, Genocide Jack and Sparkling Justice, I just assumed both serial killers were from the same country. But that wasn't the case. If so...
Pecco, you're not Sparkling Justice. There's no way that's possible.
As much as she likes Justice,
That you're Sparkling Justice. Can you try saying that catchphrase in Spanish?
Would you be able to do that?
It appears that the time has come for this mask to come off. However, that's perfectly fine. It's no longer necessary.
This bitch almost got everybody fucking murdered. Christ, the stupid stream chooses to lag now? Oh, did it? You're welcome.
And even if you find out now, it's too late for you all to do anything about it. My duty has already been finished.
Duty?
Duty.
My duty as a tool has already been completed in full.
Uh-huh. Looks like she's back to normal?
That mask has fulfilled its purpose, just as I have.
What do you mean? Fulfilled its purpose? Too late? What are you getting at?
Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means.
Huh?
Hey, be clearer! We're asking you what your purpose was!
I have no purpose. I am just a mere tool.
Tool? What do you mean?
She called herself a tool, which means someone else used her then?
Of course. The tool cannot do anything on its own.
I see. I finally understand. Well, I did have a sneaking suspicion all along.
What do you mean?
I mean, besides Pecco and Hiyoko, someone else was also at the beach house.
Yeah.
Someone else?
Fuyuhiko.
There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to remember it.
The proof that there was one more person at the scene of the crime.
The metal bat. Oh shit.
Are you talking about the body discovery announcement?
Well, that's what's been stuck in my head the whole goddamn time. 3 people, not including the murderer.
Yeah.
So, there'd be 4 including the murderer. That's so many people.
Yep, that's right. I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier?
So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer, or not? Jeez. Fine, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body. And in this particular case, the killer, Pecco, is not one of those 3. If that's the case, it would mean only Hiyoko and Kazuichi discovered the body, but...
I see. That leaves us one person short.
So that means there was one more person in the beach house!
Plus, The fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from us by being flexible with his own rules. That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
No, that's not it.
Huh? Am I wrong?
Yes, from your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool. That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person.
Huh?
Therefore, that person would have the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
You're the only one!
I see.
Why do you do that
Now
to
I
him?
finally see the connection. The connection between the motive and the incident.
I'd pull his leg in real life, but we might get too turned on.
But even if it's the motive, it's just a game, right? There's no reason to believe it's even true.
Really?
Would you call a game like that a strong motive?
No, the events that occurred in the game should have definitely occurred in real life. There's overwhelming proof of that, too. The event that occurred in real life and the game? Okay, so it's not getting hit in the head with a bat?
No.
Fuck off. Yes, it is. The events that occurred in the game should have definitely occurred in real life.
I think it was his sister dying.
I can prove it with this.
Thank you.
I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder, but...
Oh. Is old man Jenkins all along? It would have been crazy if one of the dead people would be the motive person from beyond the grave. Grace Grasva, grave, angry face.
He's so funny.
Beautiful.
There's no doubt that game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize. The photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out. You knew all along, Fuyuhiko, didn't you? You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister, right? Because whoever beat the game first received the ending prize.
Hey, what's that envelope? What's inside? Shut up. What makes you think you have any right to question me?
It was the envelope, right? The person who received the ending prize. That was you, wasn't it?
You caught him.
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to believe it. Even so, you wanted to deny the truth. That's why you sent those photos to Mahiru to confirm it.
Hey! Why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares?
What?
It's a big deal.
Heko is the killer, right? But we already voted.
That's why I told you. You're all too late. As I said before, I exist as nothing more than a tool. I had no motive for killing Mahiru. No reason to kill. Not even the will to kill. I was simply used as a tool. As long as I am a tool, I cannot defy my orders.
She fucking brainwashed.
Well, it seems like it.
Hey! What's going on? Can anyone give me a simpler explanation?
It means I'm not the killer. The true killer, who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi, was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
What?
What?
What the hell?
What the hell? Shoes. Oh my god, shoes.
Somebody didn't vote.
That's what you were aiming for all along.
Somebody didn't vote?
No, I have no aim. But my young master does. My young master planned this from the start.
Young master?
That is the truth of this case. I'm sure you realize it by now, but it's too late. You cannot undo the vote.
That's a problem. If Pecco's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect.
In that case, the person who gets to live is...
Just... me?
That's nuts! No matter how you look at it, that's completely insane!
How would Pecco be a tool in the first place? Pecco is a legitimate human being!
That's not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma. The votes have been cast. All we can do now is wait and see what Monokuma decides.
What the hell?
This is fucked, eh? I get what she's saying about being a tool, but it's kind of pretentious. She killed her.
Really, bee, not bad.
Bees live here.
I'm in a bind, and what a bind it is. I guess for now, let's take a quick recess. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Although there were some twists and turns along the way, the one who killed Mahiru Koizumi is... Oh, hold on a sec. Okay, I'll wait. So sorry. I'm just hesitating.
Hey!
There's no need to hesitate. No matter how you look at it, Pecco's the killer. Why?
Hey, hey!
Well, why? Well, that's obvious. You're not a tool. You're a friggin' human being.
Well,
If I'm a human, then I'm not a tool. If that's what you're saying, you're wrong.
you just don't know.
Because you just don't know. You just don't know that there are people who only exist to be tools. People such as myself only exist to be tools?
Hey,
What does she mean, Fuyuhiko? Pecco and I grew up together. Are you two childhood friends then?
No.
No, it's completely different than that. Right after I was born and abandoned by my parents, the Kuzuryu clan took me in. She's the second Kuzuryu?
I am nothing but a tool.
They gave me a reason to exist. I am to fulfill my duty as my young master's property.
What?
Property, you say? It means she's a hitman arranged by my clan to work directly under me.
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his sword. That is my only reason for living. Before I am human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost. Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end.
That is...
You are wrong. You are not a tool, Pecco. Because if you were a tool, then what was all that time we spent together?
Nothing.
Nothing. I was ordered by my young master to behave, just as I was ordered to interact with you all. What? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. Right after we arrived on this island, that is what my young master ordered me to do.
You fiend.
That is why you were hiding your relationship, you mean?
No.
It's not as if that started the moment we arrived on this island. Before that, my young master has always told me to hide our relationship. My young master loathes relying on his household's power. He even hates me, the tool given to him by his household.
I am nothing but a tool.
No matter what I am told, I am nothing but a tool for killing. If my young master intends to kill, it is only natural for me to act as his tool. Then the one who tried to kill Mahiru wasn't you, it was... Fuyuhiko?
Damn it.
It is what it is. Dude, what a fucking twist, hey guys?
Well, I wasn't expecting all this backstory.
Yeah, no shit, this is fucking bonkers. But, we have to go because we need to get up early.
What time is it?
It's almost midnight.
Fuck's sakes.
I know. At least it ended at a fucking awesome place, eh?
I'm gonna go and drink some really hot water.
Obviously, we're gonna play for a few more hours again tomorrow, guys. I hate leaving at such an interesting fucking place, but we seriously have to be up, like, early.
What time?
And it's fucking late. Oh, hey, Stevie, how's it going? Turn that high to buy. Yeah. We're taking off, dude. Oh, it's really late. We have to be up early, unfortunately. Oh, man. I know, right? Nighty night, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Alright, have a good night. Sorry about that, Stevie. Fuck.
Yeah, sorry, Stevie.
And, Dragomir, dude, I know I'll see you for sure tomorrow.
What do you guys think? Before we go,
Oh,
I
rip
just
Pecco.
have a question. What do you guys think of, like,
Oh, hey, Shuri Snow, how's it going?
the story so far?
Shuri Snow. Oh, thanks for the follow, Shuri Snow. I appreciate it. Shuri Snow. Well, rest in peace, Pecco. Tragedy. That's a cute emote. Well, thank you for following. Nighty night. Have a good night, Dragomir. Thanks for hanging out, dude. I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Ah, cool. Thanks, Ultima CJ. I'll drop into yours again, obviously, too, dude. You're a really good streamer. All good? Bad timing on my part? Yeah, I know. Stevie, sorry about that, dude. Sorry. Oh, whoops. That shout-out. I fucked that shout. Oh, sorry about that. Shuri Snow. There we go. They're playing no game? Damn, okay. I'll follow you back. Bye. See y'all next stream? Yeah, we stream every fucking night, actually, so... Yeah. We usually play for a few hours.
Yeah, I don't want to stop playing. I'm very interested on how this is going to end because she's a human, not a tool. So I don't know. I don't know.
Oh shit, we just got cut off.
Fuck.
Bye.